Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast. I like it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast. Before we started recording this, I said, guys, we've got to record the podcast intro. Any ideas? And Sharyn said...
Do it, Sharyn.
Let's do impressions.
Which was an impression of who?
Tina Fey's character on the Muppets movie.
An impression of someone doing an impression.
Yeah.
Impression inception.
Kermit the Frog, I will find you.
That was...
That was really good.
You make my funny bone hurt again, Kermit. That's what she says.
Coming up in today's show, we have an interview
No,
with Chopper.
do it like you're Tina Fey in the Muppets movie.
I haven't seen the Muppets movie, so this is going to be really bad and offensive to anyone who has. Coming up in the show, we have an interview with Chopper, the comedian from 7 Days. Also, on the show, we have what else do we have on the show, guys?
Salmon injuries.
So this is going to sound really bad, okay? But salmon injuries. Sharyn's hit new segment that she made up. There's also way better stuff than that. That is probably the worst two things we could have labelled. Hey, check it out.
If I was to say anything about the podcast today, I would say, it's pretty good.
I would say expect the unexpected. I'd just like to say that you guys nailed the bad guy in the Muppets movie.
Even though we haven't seen it.
No, that's exactly what he sounded like.
Thank you.
Okay, stop playing the podcast.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
So my weird storyline that's been kind of unravelling in my flat is this person who has a Wi-Fi connection that pretty much everyone can see. It's obviously quite strong. It's in all the blocks of flats around where I am. Is getting increasingly angry, and each day they change their Wi-Fi to try and, I don't know if someone's somehow hacking their account or something, but it used to be get your own net, bro, as their Wi-Fi. They changed it to all caps locks, don't even try, and then they changed it to seriously stop. Yesterday it was changed to bro, I will stab you.
Nothing makes you want to steal a guy's internet more than him getting angry about you stealing his internet.
I just love the guy that's constantly hacking him as well.
Why doesn't he just get a password, or is someone guessing the password?
I don't know if they're hacking it or guessing the password. Oh, that's what.
Maybe he's changing the name but not changing the password, and that's the issue.
I just think it's just a funny dude, to be honest.
I'm also just really impressed that he knows how to change the name of his Wi-Fi, because my husband and I cannot figure it out, and ours is still TN cap 448872.
That was pretty classic.
And when people come around, I'm like,
what's the password for that?
I'm not telling you what it is. I actually don't know. The password I don't know because it's all numbers.
Oh, okay.
And we have to get, every time someone comes around, oh, you guys got Wi-Fi? I've got to find the little box thing and get them to write the number in. And,
Best Wi-Fi thing that I saw was we can hear you having sex, which just immediately made me think, oh my god, is that true? Is that me? Who is that? I don't know.
It's definitely not you, guy.
It's a great way of getting your passive-aggressive message to your neighbours without them knowing who's sending them the messages. This is someone within 40 metres of me, but I have no idea who it is. Someone
texted a really weird one already to 3343 saying that theirs is just pickled onions. How did that become a thing? What made you think? Got it, guys. It's pickled onions.
One of my favourite ones I've seen is dolphins are dicks.
Which is so not true, because they do some really cool tricks. Maddie, what is your Wi-Fi name?
How you going? My Wi-Fi name is pretty fly for a Wi-Fi.
Awesome.
Oh, God.
That's the classic.
There are so many people that have got that one, Maddie. Were you pretty pumped when you came up with it?
Oh yeah, no, all the missus and everything loves it. It's awesome.
Have you got an offspring based password as well?
Oh yeah, it's about 20 numbers long with a few letters and everything. So no one can hack it.
Yeah. No one can hack that.
That's very, very smart, Maddie. Stacey, what's your Wi-Fi name?
$10 special.
Why is it $10 special? There has got to be a story behind that.
I used to live right next door to somebody, so our houses were joined together.
Mm-hmm.
And I only have a couple of girlfriends, and most of my friends are guys. And so me and my friend started thinking that he actually thought that I was a prostitute.
Oh no!
Amazing.
He started taking videos of people coming over and things like that.
Yes.
That is so weird. And so you changed it to make...
You could just go right out there and said whorehouse.
Hey, no! shush, don't say that.
Okay, what's your Wi-Fi address? Have you got a funny one? Have you seen a funny one? Is there a funny one within proximity of your workplace or your home that you want to share for us? I quite enjoy when people just make their Wi-Fi password free Wi-Fi, but then it's got a password on it, and people are just constantly trying to log on to free Wi-Fi.
That's not funny. That is so annoying.
I have fallen for that many a time.
Wacky Wi-Fi names. They're everywhere, guys, and they're a lot of fun.
I wish that this was called Wacky Wi-Fi Wames because and it was not names.
Why?
Because then it would be dub like the internet.
Oh, jeez. Well, we're changing it to that. It's Wacky Wi-Fi Wames from now on.
Wacky Wi-Fi addresses.
Even though a Wame isn't like a real thing, let's just go with it.
Someone texted in saying, what do you mean a Wame's a real thing?
I said it's not a real thing.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Continue.
So I accept your apology.
Someone texted in saying one of their neighbours, like we're saying, it's really funny to comment on something like passive-aggressively to your neighbours.
Yes.
Like the classic is we can hear you having sex. Someone did one of those that was their Wi-Fi was quit stealing my paper, and then someone changed their Wi-Fi to FYI I don't read it, I just throw it away. Good call.
That is awesome. Shia, what's yours?
Hi, Shay.
Oh, Shay, sorry.
Sorry?
Sorry for saying your name wrong, Shay. Carry on.
Shia.
No, you go. So my Wi-Fi was thanks for leaving your curtains open.
Oh, had you been doing some naughty things with your curtains open, Shay?
No, but we just found it hilarious because we're in quite a heavily populated area.
Yeah.
And we also had a band expander, so we probably had plenty of neighbours getting quite paranoid about it.
Yes, it's very, very good. I like it.
I reckon my neighbours will probably do that because I always think just because I'm upstairs, no one can see me.
Yeah, when I'm in an apartment, I just walk around naked anyway. It's worse for them than it is for me. Like, I don't know they're looking at me, but they're like, my eyes are burned forever.
Matthew, what's your Wi-Fi name?
Sorry, what?
What's your Wi-Fi name, Matthew?
The Wi-Fi, it's not my name. I stumbled across it the other day in Royal Oak. I was sitting down, and it's it hurts when IP, capital I, capital P.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is very good.
That is quite clever, Matthew. Ben, what's yours?
I found one where it said, I was hide your kids, hide your Wi-Fi.
Hide your kids, hide your Wi-Fi.
What is that? What is that from?
It's from the YouTube video, you know, when they remix the news, and it's like, there's a rapist in Lincoln Park, and he is
Okay, wait, just pause for a second.
So you need to hide your kids, hide your wife.
Okay.
Just go with that.
Hide your husbands, because they everybody out here.
You said, Clint's quoting a video that Sharyn hasn't seen, and as a result, he seems like the biggest weirdo. You've got to search hide your wife. Don't say the R word on the radio. It makes things tense. He's not being weird, though. He's not being weird. It's
Sorry, I won't talk for the rest of the break.
Let's move on. Andy, what's your Wi-Fi name?
Yeah, mate, it's 2 guys, 1 Wi-Fi.
Great.
Oh,
great. That is an absolute classic.
That is a classic. I think I'd change mine to Fluffy Bunnies.
Okay.
Hey,
Just because it's weird, because if you try and say it real fast, it doesn't sound like Fluffy Bunnies.
It's quite good if you live next to a family, if you can find out what the family's last name is. So say they live next to me and they changed theirs to Robert's Family Wi-Fi, because Dad can never get on the internet, and if he's going, I'm trying to log on to the bloody Wi-Fi, I'm trying to get on to Robert's Family Wi-Fi, and it is not working.
Yeah, my favourite one is just writing, Mum, click here for internet. I can't believe no one said FBI surveillance van yet.
Yes.
And here's quite a good text from the text machine. Asked my 4-year-old son what to name our Wi-Fi when I was setting it up. Conversation went like this. Son, what should we name our Wi-Fi network? He said, Dinosaur Martin Jr.? Dinosaur Martin Jr. it is.
Awesome.
That is so
good.
cute.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
How do you spell Michael? Is it A-E-L or E-A-L?
I never know.
Michael. Why do you ask?
I was just going to do a Michael Jackson rest in peace tweet again. I'm joking. I was trying to write an email to a friend.
Good to see that you were on the ball.
This goes to show how competent I am. I don't know why I do this technologuy segment where I'm so... There's no one who knows less about technology than me, really. I am completely
or just
incompetent.
general life, eh?
Yeah, just life in general. Coming up as another...
So we're just outwardly saying that you are technologuy now? Are we just dropping the curtain?
I thought that we were pretending that technologuy was somebody else that just sounded like Guy.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole bit.
Can we
Does this mean we don't have to do it anymore?
Cat's out of the bag.
In today's technologuy, we talk...
No, we're still doing it.
I answer an... That actually is. That was actually some real good zings. Congratulations on your zings. I will shake your hand. This is another installment of Technologuy.
Congratulations on your terrible joke.
Let's check it out.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting, interesting, and informative episode of Technologuy, according to my mum. No one likes to think about their parents having sex, so let's stop procrastinating and think about it now. Today on Technologuy, we have a letter from Sam in Wellington. Dear Technologuy, I'm sick of airlines telling me that cell phones may interfere with navigation systems aboard this flight. When are plane scientists going to find out if they interfere or not? How lazy are these scientists? We're like, hey scientists, do these cell phones interfere with navigation systems on the airplane? And scientists are like, maybe. I don't know. I can't see why not. It's a free country. Please find out for me whether cell phones interfere with technological systems on airplanes once and for all. Thanks for the letter, Sam. I'm at the Auckland airport right now, and I'm going to do my own research to test this theory right now. The plane is taking off. My cell phone is switched on. Just getting into the air now. Going to send a text. That's all for Technologuy this week. See you next week where I talk about technology in hospitals and treatment for burns victims.
Thank you, Technologuy.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Strap yourself in, guys. We've got bloody huge news.
Huge.
Huge
So
news.
huge. I would like to call upon the studio to give a drum roll on the desk. 1, 2, 3, go. This Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on this radio show, we will have until 7 p.m. the most amazing ginger prince that has ever existed, Mr. Ed Sharyn, co-hosting with us. And the best part, not only will we have an hour and a half with Ed Sharyn in studio to do with whatever we want with him. Oh, that's actually quite exciting.
I was going to say, what? Hey, what?
I don't think that's in the contract.
Has he actually agreed to this?
I don't think about that part. But he will do his only New Zealand radio performance. You will not hear Ed Sheeran sing live his song Sing on any other radio station.
Is he going to do sing? He's going to do this one?
He is going to sing live.
Because I'm not quite sick of Icy Fire yet. I was keen for him to do Icy Fire.
Nah, we definitely want to get the new song. Maybe he'll even do one of his other new songs as well.
That'd be amazing.
It's going to be so cool. So set your alarm, put it in your calendar, 5:30 till 7 p.m. this Thursday. Ed Sheeran on the show doing his only New Zealand radio performance.
I actually am amazed by this because I thought he was just coming in for an interview or something like that. He's literally co-hosting the show with us for an hour and a half.
So what that means is everybody who calls and texts the show normally, you'll have the chance to talk to Ed Sheeran, put your questions to him, and hear what Ed is like over a decent amount of time live on the show this Thursday.
And we could even investigate with the boss. Maybe we could just invite people up to watch. We'll have to check that one off, but we'll find out.
We've got to do an Ask Me Anything with him as well.
Yes.
Oh, what a great idea.
We're going to do our very first ever Ask Me Anything with Ed Sheeran. So start thinking of your questions, and we're going to do a whole lot of wicked stuff with him. So 5:30 this Thursday. Do not miss it.
All the information is going up on our Facebook page and on the edge.co.nz at 4 o'clock, but basically that's all you need to know. Very, very excited about meeting the man himself, Ed Sheeran, in studio.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Edge.
I feel like we need that Chemical Brothers, the Salmon song in the background of this amazing, groundbreaking radio
God,
thing.
it's been about 6 years since anyone's requested that.
Do we have that song?
I wonder if it's
It's
been
really
deleted
good.
yet.
Dig
Hopefully.
into
No, there it is, the Salmon Dance. Yes, play that.
Dig into the Phoenix system.
Here we go.
That's what I call a computer, Phoenix system.
Hello, boys and girls.
Perfect. It's Sammy the Salmon joining us for a groundbreaking radio segment called Salmon Injuries. And now when you say that, you've got to do a salmon with your hand.
For those people who that is not a very effective radio technique, I'm going to be honest with you.
You'd know.
What about salmon injuries? Do you want to know, Sharyn? Like, what's the vibe behind the salmon injuries segment?
I want to talk about this because earlier on this year, I injured myself with when I was eating chicken, and we talked about this on here, and we did chicken injuries, and we had so many stories.
I think you're confusing chicken injuries with the person who actually had the chicken injury, which
No.
was me.
Oh, was it you?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No.
We
I
all
did
felt
burn
like
myself
we've
with
been
a
there,
chicken.
though.
We've all been injured by a
We've all
chicken at
been
some
there.
point.
We've all been to a chicken injury.
Anywho,
This is the silliest thing we've ever done.
I thought it was about time we talked about a different sort of
That's
meat
awesome.
and different sorts of injuries we've had with this meat. So this afternoon, I would love to hear your stories about the time that you've injured yourself, whether it was fishing for salmon, when you caught a salmon, or when you were eating salmon.
Okay,
Have
Guy.
you seen a salmon?
AKA
Do you know what-
salmon injuries.
Guy, you start with your salmon injury.
I've never even seen
All right,
what
Okay,
a
guys.
salmon
I'll go
is.
next. I've never had one.
Okay, well, here I go. Luckily, we only tell one story at a time, right? So, I was at Japanese on Saturday night, and I was trying to eat some sashimi. It was all good when I was eating the tuna. It was all good when I was eating the snapper or whatever that was. When it got to the salmon, I don't know why, but it was a little bit more slippery, and so I went and put it in my mouth. It slipped off my chopstick, and it slipped my chopstick, and I cut the roof of my mouth, and I got a salmon injury.
This is. I don't mean to.
That was
It was-
excellent.
it
flop on your parade.
Shut up! Stop flopping on the parade,
Well,
mate.
it's
That's not even. I
potentially-
don't mean to flop on your parade, but
This guy-
flop on your parade isn't even an
guy's-
expression.
This guy's just upset because he wanted to talk about something
Sharon?
else that he wanted to do, but salmon injuries got in there.
Sharon, that's a chopstick injury.
No, it was because of the salmon. Everything else I ate that night,
Yeah.
I didn't get injured by. But
I
the
agree with
salmon,
Sharon.
I got a salmon injury.
Is this meat here? This sushi I've got right here in front of me, is that salmon?
Yes.
I hope I don't injure myself.
Well, look out! It's a slippery
dangerous. It
bugger.
looks dangerous now that I think about
Okay,
it now.
so where do you want to go from here?
If you've got a salmon injury, call in right now to 0800 The Edge. You'll text in to 3343.
You've swum very fast on board the
This
salmon
is a hit
bus.
segment, mate. We're swimming upstream fast, mate.
It's going to be awesome. You could have been fishing and this happened to you.
If you've just joined us, Sharon has created the genius hit segment called Salmon Injuries. Have you seen a salmon? Have you been attacked by a salmon? Have you been trying to eat some salmon and then got hurt? Then Salmon Injuries is the segment for you.
That was poetic.
People sometimes say to me, they're like, is it hard coming up with things to talk about on the radio every day? And I'm like, nah, it just kind of flows. And then we end up having to do
Salmon
salmon
Injuries
injuries.
is the hit segment, Clint. You don't know anything.
I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to next week when same time, same day, we're going to be doing lamb injuries. Because everyone's had a lamb bone incident, haven't they? Meat is dangerous.
The day you do pork injuries is the day the segment gets real weird.
This is why I honestly think I should be vegetarian sometimes, because meat's dangerous. And we've got people on the phone as well that to prove to you that salmon injuries is a real thing. Hey, Dion, I hear you've had a salmon injury. Tell us all about it.
Lovely fish, but horrible when you catch them live.
I tell you what, you're right about that, Dion. What happened?
You've never caught a
On
salmon?
Easter weekend, I actually went out salmon fishing down Rotorua Way.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And I got one, not beautiful big salmon. Anyway, the guy says, "Oh, come on, we'll take a photo of it. Just hold it up." So I grabbed it, and this gill sliced open my... It just flapped its tail once, and that was it. It was all over.
It sliced up your face.
My thumb.
Your thumb. Oh, I thought you said face. Dion, that is a terrible salmon injury. Have you recovered?
Yeah, I've got a couple of stitches in my thumb.
Oh, man, that's actually pretty rough.
That is a pretty bad. I told you it was an evil meat. Nobody believed me. Dion, I feel very sorry for you. Honey, tell us about what happened to you.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I ate salmon sushi and I bit my tongue and got blood everywhere.
Oh. And you know what? It
Classic salmon injury.
It was not the rice. It was not the seaweed. That.
It was a salmon. I felt it on my tongue before I bit my tongue.
That
sounds
could have
terrible.
happened with any kind of food.
No, it's only. Is it the only time that's happened to you with sushi is when you had the salmon one?
Only ever.
See, told you. It's a salmon injury. It's a real thing.
It's debatable.
Salmon injuries pouring in through the text machine. I dropped a tin of salmon on my toe and my toe started bleeding. Salmon injuries. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Someone sent me a tweet, Betsy. She said, I was pretending to be a salmon and I almost knocked myself out. My son, however, has a selective memory and he just goes around telling people, Mummy broke her bed. And it makes her sound like a sluzz. But actually, she was pretending to be a salmon. Have you never pretended? I will pretend to be a salmon right now. Are you ready?
Again, doesn't really work on the radio.
Doesn't work on radio, yeah, right.
She's jumping up and
I
down,
just want
shaking
everyone
like
to
a
know
salmon.
I nailed that.
That concludes the inaugural...
Great segment. Give it a round of applause.
Probably the final edition of Salmon Injuries.
What a rise.
Next, we spin the How Does It Wheel for this week's How Does It Feel? And Uber Facts is not too far away either. Guys,
What a
Sharon
day.
and Clint.
What a day.
Who's on
Guy,
me?
Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Anyway, I guess that's something we're going to experience how it feels. But right now, it's time for the segment where we try and experience everything that you feel in the universe. It's called How Does It Feel?
When you're alone and you're cold inside.
This week on How Does It Feel, an absolute classic. This was submitted by someone on Twitter. Remember, use hashtag GSC show if you want to submit Twitter ideas or anything like that. Or you can text into 3343 with your ideas of how does it feel. Someone asked, and this one thing fascinates me as well, because as a fan of rugby, they asked to find out how it feels to be tackled by a professional rugby player. And that fascinates me, eh?
You've played rugby before. I play rugby at the moment.
Yeah.
But I play under 85 kilo rugby.
Yeah,
like, how much can it really hurt?
Non-professionals. I quit at 15.
Sonny Bill Williams is 115 kilos of pure muscle.
Yeah. Running at you, smashing you.
And they run so fast. I ran next to Ma'anonu in a boot camp once.
Yeah.
And we were just like jogging, and I was like, how's this? Just running the same speed as an All Black. And then Ma'anonu just went, boom! And he literally leapt me. It was the fastest thing I've ever seen. So imagine seeing them run that fast and then straight into you with their pure muscle.
Hey, no
It'd
need
be
to
terrifying.
imagine it. This is how does it feel. We're going to experience it this week.
And we got a wheel to spin it.
Okay.
I definitely want to be in on this as well.
Well, this is the thing. Normally, we put our names up on the wheel to see who's going to be spun up on the How Does It Wheel. But earlier this month, when Benji Marshall announced his early retirement from rugby and from the Blues, Chang Hung, the toughest man in the whole world,
and huge Blues fan as well,
massive Blues fan,
took to his Twitter account and tweeted this, word for word: Benji Marshall is going back to league. What a pussy.
Well, he seriously is. He gave up just, 3 months into the contract, and then he left the Blues. And look at what happened last weekend. We didn't really need Benji to win.
What? When was the last time that you played rugby?
I can't handle rugby. I can watch it.
More important
So
question. When is the next time you're going to play rugby? We have decided
or
this
league,
week,
or touch, or anything physical for that matter.
We have decided this week to hide away the How Does It Feel wheel, and we're nominating Chang Hung, who called Benji Marshall a pussy on Twitter, as our recipient of a tackle from a professional rugby player.
Hang on, who's going to tackle me first of all? Remember how many 70 kilos?
The bigger the better, mate.
We are in talks with the Blues at the moment, seeing as you laid into their team and called one of their team members or former team members a pussy. One of your beloved Blues will be running straight into you at 5 o'clock tomorrow on the show.
Can we put a limit of 100 kilos and that's it?
No, there's no limit. Do you think that Benji Marshall went into rugby and goes, can I just put a limit of 100 kilos and that's it?
Well, he obviously did. So that's why he's out of the Blues.
He plays in the NRL, the toughest competition in the whole world.
Yeah, no team wants him now.
So that's it, guys.
Oh
Tomorrow on the show, none other than Chang Hung will be experiencing how it feels to get tackled by a member of the Auckland Blues. Chang, it's been nice knowing you, mate. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
They can't kill the biggest fan. There's a game on Friday night.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the bloody edge.
We've got some very, very exciting news. Even more exciting than the fact that this Thursday, this Thursday from 5:30, we're going to have Ed Sheeran in the studio with us, co-hosting our show until 7 o'clock.
The show will be Guy, Sharyn, Clint and Ed Sheeran. 90
minutes of him in the studio with us, and he's going to do the only New Zealand radio performance of his latest song as well, which is massive. We have just found out from Ed Sheeran's very own management that we can bring in 5 of our Facebook friends.
Whoa!
With 5 of their friends as well.
Wow.
So we are now running a competition. I am literally pushing post right now on our Facebook page. You need to go and comment it on the status how much you love Ed Sheeran. We will choose 5 of our Facebook friends, and it doesn't matter if you're from Auckland, you can be from Wellington, you can be from Tauranga, you can be from Dunedin, it doesn't matter. We're going to get those 5 people here, and each of those 5 people can bring 1 person with them as well. So there will be 10 people here, and only 10 to meet Ed Sheeran, get a photo with him, and watch our co-host.
Wow.
Should we set up a special Ed Sheeran viewing grandstand outside the big window there?
Yeah.
This is going to be so cool.
And you'll all get to get a photo with them as well, because the Edge is going to get you as close as possible to Ed Sheeran. So if you want to do it, go and like our Facebook page now, because you have to be one of our Facebook friends. Facebook.com/Edge Afternoons.
You could make big Ed Sheeran banners, hold them
Yes.
up outside the window.
Definitely.
Some Ed Sheeran flags.
Yep.
Yeah.
People have already tweeted us and emailed us wanting to meet Ed Sheeran, and the only way that you can win this competition is to be one of our Facebook friends. So don't email us, don't tweet us, go to our Facebook page and comment on that picture right now, and you could be one of those 5 lucky people meeting Ed Sheeran on Thursday.
Very cool.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Yeah.
Classic question.
Yes.
One of those classic dumb questions that just comes up.
Excuse me?
JJ, Mike and Dom show have just got back from Hamilton, where they are planning on sending a balloon into space.
Yeah, they're broadcasting from space.
They're broadcasting
It's
from
it's in the test flight for
So
it.
Sharyn asked them, do you guys go as well?
No, because I was...
To space.
Oh. The reason I asked was because the poster says JJ, Mike and Dom lives from space, and they're dressed as astronauts. So I just thought maybe it was like that Red Bull guy that did that, when he went up real high and he did the skydive.
Fair enough. Hey,
I thought
fair
it might have been
question.
like that.
Fair question.
And I was
mates.
thinking, wow, JJ's not going to do that because you can't even bungee jump.
It's a. You saw the spaceship. It's a polystyrene box connected to a balloon.
Well, I didn't know what that was. I thought that was just carrying around some
Disappointing.
trinkets.
Do you guys hop in there too?
I'm sorry they're not as intelligent as you.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Long-time listeners and fans of the show might remember a terrible segment that we ran, which was completely ripped off Paul Henry's show. It went a little bit like this.
It's time for New Zealand's favourite low-cost game show.
Win.
Clint's.
It's not back. Well, it kind of is back, in a way. The promotion that really the show is founded on, the best promotion we've ever done, where we gave away Clint's, as opposed to giving away an expensive Kia like they do on the Paul Henry show, we're giving away Clint's crappy old $1,000 car.
My Honda Accord. My only mode of transport.
It ran for weeks. We gave away his life, his pride, and it has kind of backfired.
Well, we gave it away to a girl called Erica who lived in Dunedin, and at the time of winning it, she was very excited.
All right, Erica, name me 9 things you can find in a supermarket. Go!
Flour, butter, milk, eggs, wine, beer, cider, potatoes, celery.
Erica!
Are you kidding me?
You just won Ronda the
So she was over the moon.
That was amazing. Most of that screaming, though, was Chang, to be fair.
I just love listening to that every time, just hearing our reaction to how happy we are that we ruined Clint's life.
It was a huge and momentous day for everyone, but it's gone.
It turns out you might have saved my life. In actual fact,
it's gone
you may
horribly
have
wrong.
done me a huge favour.
It has. We've got Erica on the phone right now. Erica, how is being the proud owner of Ronda the Honda going?
Oh, so great. Look, so I live in Dunedin.
Mm-hmm.
Car's still in Auckland.
What? Why haven't you picked it up?
Well, you see, I thought it should probably get a wee service or something before I drove it thousands of kilometres.
There's my suggestion and a very good suggestion.
Yep, good idea, I thought. So I got a couple of AA guys to go around and check it out and see what it needed, and quite a long list was compiled of all the problems.
Not surprising to me at all. And we never sold it to you as otherwise. We never said this car is top of the line.
I was expecting that. But then my favourite part was that at the bottom, further testing required, road testing not possible. They had 6 guys around there trying to get it started.
What?
There was they had a roadside assistance person called and the transmissions or something don't work anymore.
So the car doesn't drive.
Car does not drive.
Amazing.
Erica, can I say, in all honesty, I swear on my mother's life that the car started for me every single day and there was no transmission issue. However, it was not a healthy car when I gave it to you. But we told you that.
Yeah, no, I was not expecting a good car.
So,
I'm not angry.
So
this is horrific.
So
I'm
what
angry.
happens
This
to
is
Rhonda
ridiculous.
now? Are you going to pay to get her fixed up and give her the TLC that she needs?
Paying for her to get fixed up is going to be a pretty hefty bill. Around about $3,000 actually.
$3,000?
What?
Well, because all the electronics and everything is wrong.
So what are you going to do with it?
Well, you see, it's actually going to get wrecked.
No!
Oh, this is amazing. Would you
Car's
say...
actually, it's going to have to be towed to the wreckers.
No!
Because we can't drive it.
Oh, my baby.
Would you say,
Ron
Erica, out of all the things you've won in your time, is this the worst thing you've ever won?
Look, I'll tell you something. It's the only thing I've ever won.
Oh, no, this is not a good start.
I think it's funny, though.
It is pretty funny.
I'm glad you find it funny because I was getting scared. But thank you so much for the update. Let us know and send us some photos when you actually crush this car, okay?
I will. I'll send you a wee pic of it being, like, crushed or ripped apart or something.
Would love to see it, Erica. Would love to see it. Now,
Give it back.
This is a great conversation, though, because we now want to know what is the worst thing you have ever won. Call us 0800 The Edge or text us at 3343. The worst thing you've ever won.
Did you win a competition that just ended up being a huge burden for you in the end? Give us a call, 0800 The Edge, or text us at 3343.
I did. I won this job.
What is the worst prize that you've ever won? On this show, we had a segment called Win Clint's Car. We decided to give away Clint's car. We gave it away to a lucky winner after like 2 months. And the lady who won it found out that it doesn't even go anymore.
So I dodged a bullet. I was gutted at the time, dodged a bullet in hindsight. However, when she won the car and she was driving away, she didn't actually know how to take the handbrake off. So I don't mean to blame you, Erica, but maybe you broke the transmission.
Hey, don't shift blame to anybody. Ashley, what's the worst prize you've ever won?
Oh, well, at our school we had like a draw, and it was every week. And one week I won the prize, and I was really, really excited, quite young at the time, and it was a dog roll.
Do you even have a dog, Ashley?
What was that?
Do you even have a dog?
Yeah, I did have a dog at the time, which was, you know, good.
So
but
great,
I
what are you
was
complaining about, you stuck-up snob? Dog roll's a great prize.
God, don't
I was
do
only
it like
about
that.
12 years old, and
Oh,
some
fair
kids won
enough.
like T-shirts and trip places, and I ended up with a dog roll.
Dog roll.
Before you go, Ashley, Guy apologise for calling her a snob.
Sorry for calling you a snob.
I guess I'll forgive you.
Okay, good. I'm glad. We don't want people to go away with a bad taste in their mouth. Chris,
Dog roll taste.
what is the worst? What is the worst thing you've ever won?
Oh, it's pretty hard to talk about, but I won a Nickelback CD.
Oh, God.
I'm
how
still
are you?
going counselling 3 years on. I had to change radio stations. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so...
Pretty awful.
We
as a
appreciate
radio-
you coming over to the Edge, mate. We bloody appreciate it.
And as a radio station that does not have one single Nickelback song on its playlist, we welcome you with a full embrace, Chris.
That should be our advertising
It should
slogan.
be.
No Nickelback on the station. It's a Nickelback-free zone.
We hope that one day you'll be okay, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
0800 The Edge. AJ, what is the worst thing you have ever won?
I was on a plane to Sydney when I was about 9, and I won a quiz, and they gave me a paper cup full of ice.
What?
Did you look like the sort of kid that liked sucking on ice? Like, what was that about?
I won the quiz, and they said, come up to the front for your prize, and the guy just handed me a cup of ice.
Was it supposed to be like you'll win a glass of whiskey or something, but then a kid came up and they're like, oh, hold the whiskey?
I don't know. They just said you'd win a prize, and I got a cup of ice.
I tell you what, AJ, I would have demanded for an extra handful of lollies at the end if I were you.
They didn't hand out lollies. It was Pacific Blue.
Oh, God. No wonder they don't exist anymore, AJ, before they ripping you off with your silly prizes. Natalie, tell us about the worst thing that you ever won.
I got a DVD, but it was R18, and I'm only 14, so my parents forced me to give it away.
Your parents made you give your prize away.
We'll just check this for safety. You didn't win it off us, did you, Natalie?
I actually did.
Oh, God damn!
What R18 movie we were giving away? It sounds like porno.
Wait, no, I can't remember what it was called, though. It was like I was just really disappointed. I just forgot.
Oh, well, I tell you what, we'll make it up to you, Natalie. Hold the line. We'll get Shane to give you a prize that you can actually watch, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
Hopefully something age appropriate.
Some good text from the text box. Why haven't we calling it the text box? It's a way better name for the text machine.
It is not a way better name for the text machine.
These are things Bill won. I won a live duck at a school gala. Awesome. That's a great prize.
What are you supposed to do with a live duck?
Put it in there.
Take it home.
Take it to a duck pond and set it free.
Feed it bread. bread.
I won a broccoli at the Mauku Fun Run. That's pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
A broccoli?
I won a Britney Spears CD from The Edge instead of the promised Bruno Mars CD.
Ooh.
Not even mad. I resold the CD for a bottle of water. I'm waiting for someone to say they won custody of the kids.
All right, thank you.
That would be right. I was thinking that's a good thing. I was like, no, actually, it's not really that great of a thing.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the Edge.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio, direct from Australia. Is that how you say it?
Don't you mean from heaven?
From heaven
or hell?
The wonderful, the fantastic, the star of 7 days, the amazing Chopper.
Hey!
There it is.
Hello.
Are you impressed by that introduction, Chopper?
Yeah, that was incredible. I've got a lot to live up to now.
It was pretty good. How are you anyway?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
7 out of 10.
Why only 7 out of 10?
Oh, leaving room for improvement.
All right. What would you like to improve?
I don't know. But, you don't want to be like, I'm 10 out of 10, and then someone hands you $1 million. You're like, oh, well.
Oh, I'm with you now.
I lied about that, didn't I?
How's the afterlife?
Oh, yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? It's a bit overrated. I think there are a lot of people out there who've taken on some sort of religion who are working too hard for not very much.
It wasn't what you thought it would be.
Oh, it's good. It's nice. You know what I mean? But in your head, you're like, oh, yeah, you get a massage whenever you want. You can, have a ciggy indoors and a beer. But you still got to go outside for a smoke. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on, surely we're all immortal at this point. And they're like, no, some people don't like it. And you're like, who doesn't like it? And they're like, oh, Whitney Houston. You're like, come on, that's a bit hypocritical, isn't it?
So Chopper is back in New Zealand touring the entire country, which is about time because most of New Zealand comedy festival shows only go to Auckland and Wellington. You're literally going everywhere.
Yep,
why?
Except Gisborne.
Why not
are
Gisborne?
you going there?
Well, I don't want to say anything rude about Gisborne. Does this show go to Gisborne?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, that makes one of us. No, Gisborne's good. I mean, if you wanted to make a town that was a tribute to an ashtray,
Whoa!
they've nailed it. No, I'm saying it's big and flat, and there's... Anyway, what I'm saying is...
Dig yourself out of this hole, Chopper.
Hey, is that some sort of burial reference? No.
No.
I remember the first time I met you, you'd just done a gig in Hamilton, and you said you really liked Hamilton. It wasn't bad as you thought, except for, at one stage, someone vomited on someone in one of your gigs. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a...
You act like it's just an everyday occurrence.
It's pretty standard for some of my shows. No, don't get me wrong. The regular Chopper punter is a good person, but every now and then you go somewhere and the show feels a bit like Bogan Daycare.
Aww.
So the story was there was a girl in the front row in a wheelchair. And about halfway through the gig, I noticed she was leaning forward with a slightly kind of disturbed look on her face.
Oh, my God.
And a couple of dudes had vomited on her. So,
wow.
So not only did a girl get vomited on at a comedy show, but also she got vomited... She was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That is easily the worst gig story I think I've ever heard.
At least she would have got a good park, though.
Clinton!
Well, she would have got to her car quickly to get home and get cleaned up, is all I'm saying.
Unbelievable.
You are disturbing. But the good thing is that Chopper, you're taking your repeat offender tour. I want to actually list off where you're going because it's quite impressive.
I'd like to know, to be honest.
All right, well let's kick it off. You're going to start off on tomorrow in Whangarei. Then you're going to do Tauranga, Hamilton, New Plymouth, Palmerston North, Napier, Wellington, Rotorua, Auckland, Queenstown, Invercargill, Dunedin, Christchurch, and Nelson.
Yes! Woo!
I love me some Nelson.
What do you love about Nelson?
I like you go to the beach, you get your swimmers on, you start walking, and 2 hours later you're in the water.
It is a very shallow beach.
It's a long beach.
If you need something to do, go see my Uncle Michael. He'll say
No, you're not allowed to plug that again.
At the South Street Gallery in Nelson.
Don't go there.
Thank you so much for coming along. All the details are on his website. I'm guessing you've got a website or comedyfestival.co.nz.
Yeah, I've got a postal address.
Do you?
Oh, what's your postal address?
I can't remember. I've got one of those. I just thought we were in some sort of competition about who's more readily accessible.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Chopper!
Cheers, mate.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
After breakups, people do funny things. I have a thing, and when I break up with people, I get haircuts. And I
you buy yourself a new look.
No, like I get extreme haircuts. Like after my breakup before my husband, I went and got like a real blunt fringe.
Oh, that was a bad one. I remember that breakup because you look.
No, he's saying breakup, not...
Oh, the breakup was bad, or the haircut was bad? The haircut I had for like 4 years and still have.
Sharyn just gave him
definitely
the stare of death.
Well, just remember that haircut.
I had the same haircut for like until about 6 months ago.
No, it must have been a different breakup.
We've gone off track,
such
guys.
a dick. Look at your own hair before you get someone else's. Anyway, I got a real blunt fringe, and I just got my black hair, and then I kept that haircut for 4 years, Clint. Until January this year.
Can I say how beautiful you look today?
I'm very angry. My face is burning red.
It doesn't look it. You look.
I am. I'm getting very hot.
You look positively glowing.
Can I say that the haircut suits you, Sharyn, and you look like Katy Perry, and you're an angel from heaven?
Thank you, Guy. I will take that.
Sucker.
Looks like someone else is wearing my favourite member of the show hat today. Anyway, you do different things when you break up with people, and some people buy things. And Chang, your friend, I thought it was you, but then I realised you don't have that much money. What did your friend buy after a breakup?
Well, so she broke up just recently. Actually, they've been going out for 8 years, and they were living in London.
Is it a woman? It's
a woman. Yes,
I thought it was a man.
No, the man brought something. So So they separated, and then he moved back to London and stuff. And the first thing he brought to replace her, a brand new Harley Davidson.
Classic.
How much is a Harley Davidson worth?
About $20,000.
A $20,000 thing that he could ride.
Yeah. Instead of okay, let's not go there.
That is crazy, but you hear about that sort of stuff all the time.
I did it after my last breakup.
What did you buy?
I was like, all right, time to change my life. Well, first I bought a lot of beer, but then after that,
shows, mate.
I just impulse bought some flights to America. I was like, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna do something for me. I'm gonna set my life on straight and do what I always want to do. And I bought flights to America. It turned out great, but then afterwards I was like, geez, where did that money come from?
He's still paying it off.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you, Guy? Buy anything after a breakup?
He's never had a girlfriend.
I'm a very boring and sad person. I don't think I've ever done it before. But people out there must have. Call us into 0800 The Edge or text us to 3343 if you've bought anything weird after a breakup.
Didn't you go back to Nelson after your last breakup?
Probably.
Flights to America.
Let's not talk about it.
He ate his feelings.
Too personal.
I'd just like to point out, if you heard Clint and I have an awkward argument before, I did get a bad haircut after a breakup. It was a blonde mullet, so I will admit it. It was
You
a blonde,
found the haircut, right?
Yes, it was a blonde mullet, but I was still with that boyfriend at the time.
Far be it from me, the owner of curtains, mince and cheese, piss fringes, Dane Rumble haircuts, all the worst haircuts to criticise anybody's. But you saw the picture, it was a bad haircut, right?
It was. So I'll let you have that one. But we're talking about expensive things you have bought after a breakup. Jenna, what did you get?
Ashamed to say I bought about $1,700 worth of makeup.
Oh.
Why did you have that much? Like, are you a makeup artist, or why?
No, just made me feel better.
You're really trying to be someone different. Just put enough makeup on that you look like someone completely different.
Yeah, totally.
There is actually nothing better than like going to a Mac store or something and just buying heaps of makeup.
It was the best.
I'm sure it made you feel better, Jenna. Are you still going through it all?
The makeup.
Yeah, actually, it's going to last a while.
The makeup or the breakup?
I mean the makeup.
The makeup.
Gosh. Debbie, what did you buy after the breakup?
I built a house.
You built an entire house?
I built a house.
Why did you choose to build a house after the breakup?
I went back to South Africa, and I'd been thinking about buying a house, and I decided to build instead.
And the boyfriend said to her, she says, I'm leaving you, build a bridge and get over it. And she said, you're not the boss of me anymore, I'll build whatever I want. I'm not going to build a bridge, I'm going to build a house.
Did you get the money? Where'd you get the money from to build a house?
Him.
Just had heaps of savings, and yeah.
Good effort. Did you build it with your own hands, or you got people to build it?
No, I got a builder.
I just imagine you breaking up and going, this is enough, and with tears running down your face, you just get a piece of 2x4 and put in the first foundation. 3 years later, it's done.
Good on you, Debbie. That is a great purchase. Tamara, what did you buy after the breakup?
I went through a really weird relationship. We end up eating a lot of junk food over the time, so I put on a lot of weight. And when we broke up, I thought, why not? I'll go get a trampoline, one of those big
octagon ones, the metal ones.
Awesome.
That's the weirdest one.
And I thought it would be awesome to get back into shape. I started going to like trampoline classes and stuff like that, getting like learning the tricks in that.
Oh, I so
But
want to
my
do that.
trampoline is still sitting in its box.
Oh,
You
no
don't even
way.
put it together.
Didn't even get it out of the box. It's still sitting out in the box.
It's a full-size trampoline.
Yeah. Trampolines are so much fun too because you can like in the backyard pretend you're in the Olympics and you like put your music on and you do like a whole routine and stuff.
Yeah. I learned tricks in that. I went to the gyms with my mates to the trampoline classes and that, and still never put mine up.
It's good for getting over the relationship too, because you can take dudes home and pash them on the trampoline, and they don't have to come into the house.
Yes, like that episode of Dharma and Greg. If anyone remembers
Yeah.
that TV show, you should do that tomorrow. Go and build that trampoline.
A couple of weird ones from the text machine, because a lot of people are texting in cars, which I guess is a standard one.
Yeah.
Someone bought a pug. Best decision ever. Like you, Sharon.
I don't have a pug. I have a French bulldog.
Someone texted in, when I broke up with my ex, I found out she bought loads of Johnny Depp posters. That's pretty great. I'd do that as well. I'm not even into Johnny Depp. It's just a funny thing to buy. 4 Hugo Boss suits and a Tag Heuer watch.
Someone was trying to get scum.
That's going huge, eh? Like, become a new person. That's the way to do it. Good on everyone. I think these are all, like, good things to get, except for the trampoline. But get it out of the box.
Whoever is going through a breakup at the moment, do it. Retail therapy is still therapy, and whatever makes you feel better, I suppose.
I was really worried someone was going to text in that they bought a hitman.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
Clint.
It's
I thought I'd help out there.
It's 6:30.
What's happening here?
Just coming to the end of the show, mate, and losing our minds a little bit.
Please
Good
don't.
times. Car pie, everybody.
Okay, focus, people.
No,
focus.
this is. Well, focus on what? What are we going to focus on? Chang, you tell us. No, seriously, talking to them. Don't just laugh.
We're trying to learn to be each other's soulmates by finishing each other's
sentences.
Chang, do you know what I think we should focus on?
Oh.
We should focus on your weird obsession
with the
Okay, stop. It's annoying now.
It is very annoying.
with
Lego
the,
movie song.
Lego movie song.
Oh,
I got so excited that the
Yeah,
New
we
Zealand
know.
the
No.
New Zealand music charts came out today, the top 40 charts, and everything is awesome. It's number 26 on the charts
That's
today.
really good.
If you haven't seen the Lego movie, there is a song in there by Tegan and Sarah featuring Lonely Island.
Yes.
And they do this song as a part of how, if you're part of Lego Wood or whatever, you've got to conform and you've got to love. This is the only song that you like. And it's like Chang is in the movie and he's one of those Lego people because the only song he likes is Everything is Awesome. And we had our music meeting today, which is Leon the Boss, Clint and I, and he was yelling through the glass, "Everything is awesome! Did you guys say everything is awesome?"
Because everything is awesome.
We had to tell him off 4 times. We're like, "No, Chang."
This song is genuinely the most Asian thing I've ever heard.
Hang on, that's
Say that.
racist.
That's very racist.
Yeah, that's very racist.
No, he just means like it's got like a J-pop sound is what it means.
Yeah.
It sounds like
K-pop?
K-pop or J-pop, yeah.
I'm surprised, The Edge, New Zealand's largest radio station, still have not played this song yet.
We're not actually New Zealand's largest radio station. Like, our offices are quite small. Like, the Rock's office is bigger than ours.
Good point. Yeah, but I'm surprised we're not playing this song. It's a really catchy song. That's why it's number 26 on the charts.
Have a quick listen to it and see how much you can stand.
Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever.
Hang on, the chorus coming up? No.
What
It's
is
the wrong bit.
Chang, it's a parody of a pop song. It's a parody of the songs we play on The Edge.
No, it's not a parody. It's an original song. Everything is awesome.
No, Chang, it's satirical. It's
The song's mocking like yay 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 pop songs. That's what it's doing.
Yeah, what's wrong with
It's
that?
still great. It's still great. Hey, if you like the song, text in back Chang up, and we can get the song on the charts. Maybe
No.
get it higher up.
No,
3343.
Can we stop getting songs on the chart? Like,
Oh,
every week we've got a different song.
What song did we get on the charts yesterday? Oh, Boney M. That
Yeah.
was
I'd rather see Iggy
how's
Azalea
Boney M going?
Fancy.
Hey, all
They
right.
died.
All right.
Okay.
If you, I haven't
Chang,
seen the
thank
Lego
you-
movie yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Thank
It's
you for
a
the update,
really
Chang.
great movie.
At this stage, though, we will not be adding Everything is Awesome to the playlist.
No one has texted apart from someone that has said, "Chang, go back to your studio," and that person was me.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Thank you, podcasters, for downloading today's podcast. It means more to us than you will ever know. Except you might know now because I'm going to tell you. It means a lot.
It means more than a lot.
Okay, how much more?
It means a jibongus lot.
You invented jibongus today by accident.
No, I
think.
didn't. It's like a word. My sisters say it all the time. I got it off my sisters.
Just because your sisters say it doesn't mean it's a word.
You should claim it, though, because it's a cool word to have claimed you made up.
No, I don't like to claim things that aren't mine.
Jibongus.
So who made it up?
My sisters say it, and my sister's friend Moby used to say it all the time.
Jibongus. Well, there's a new word that you've learned today that came from Timaru, but is now being spread out to the world via the internet. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Cucky down.
The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.